Hi, my name is Amelie Carrano, and this is my teaching presentation for CIT 336 about PHP if, else if control structures. Any PHP script is built out of a series of statements. A statement can be an assignment, a function call, a loop, a conditional statement, or an empty statement. Statements usually end with a semicolon. In addition, statements can be grouped into a statement group by encapsulating a group of statements with curly brackets. The if statement is one of the most important features of many languages. It allows for conditional execution of code fragments. Here is the syntax of the if statement. It is important to notice that the condition must be between parentheses. Condition is evaluated to its Boolean value. If condition evaluates to true, PHP will execute statement, and if it evaluates to false, it will ignore it. And here is an example of if statement. It's possible to group several statements into a statement group. For example, this code would display A is bigger than B if $A is bigger than $B, and would then assign the value of $A into $B. And this is the example of the code. When we make a statement group, we need to put the statement between curly brackets. This is an example of if statement code from W3 schools. If you check, the if statements said that if the hour is less than 20, then the result will be have a good day. The else statement extends an if statement into another statement in case the expression in the if statement evaluates to false. And here is the syntax for else statement. The following code will display A is greater than B if $A is greater than $B and A is not greater than B otherwise. One important thing about the else statement is that it is only executed if the if expression evaluated to false. And if there were any else if expressions, only if they evaluated to false as well. This is the example of else statement from W3 schools, and in the if statement, if the hour is less than 20, the result will be have a good day, and else or other number bigger than 20, it will be have a good night. The else if statement extends an if statement to execute a different statement in case the original if expression evaluates to false. However, unlike else, it will execute the alternative expression only if the else if conditional expression evaluates to true. And this is the syntax for the else if statement. There may be several else ifs within the same if statement. The first else if expression, if any, that evaluates to true would be executed. In PHP, you can also write else if in 2 words, and the behavior would be identical to the one of else if a single word. The syntactic meaning is slightly different, but the bottom line is that both would result in exactly the same behavior. The following code would display A is bigger than B, A equal to B, or A is smaller than B. This is the example from W3 schools. The if statements says if the hour is less than 10, the result will be have a good morning. Else, if the hour is less than 20, the result will be have a good day. Or else, the result will be have a good night. Here are some comparison operators that can be used in the if, else, if statements condition. One important thing about comparison operators is that if you compare a number with a string or the comparison involves numerical strings, then each string is converted to a number and the comparison performed numerically. The type conversion does not take place when the comparison is identical or not identical, as this involves comparing the type as well as the value. Thank you for watching this presentation. I hope it is helpful. Here you can find credits and sources for this presentation.